exclusion zone is more than 2,500 square kilometers, a wilderness where once tens of thousands of people lived and worked. In the early hours of April 26, 1986, a huge explosion in Chernobyl's reactor 4 literally blew the roof off. The radiation cloud spread across Scandinavia and as far as Wales. And over the next few years, 350,000 people were evacuated. But more than 5 million still live in what the United Nations considers a contaminated area in northern Ukraine. This man is amongst 30,000 people who were relocated from the region to Kiev. Many of them moved into apartment blocks like this one, and was one of 600,000 workers who were enlisted to help clean and contain the nuclear pollution.
This is a reminder for people who live nearby that they lost relatives. A reminder to young people that this tragedy took place, a tragedy of a global scale that covered Europe in a nuclear cloud.
Nearer Chernobyl, Slavutic was built in place of the towns that were abandoned inside the exclusion zone. But a few thousand still live and travel to the Chernobyl nuclear site to work. One of the main legacies is the impact on health of those who live nearby, and people still die today from diseases associated with radiation. And here, in Slavutic's cemetery, all these graves date back from 2001, and all these people were involved in the cleanup at Chernobyl, but they died 15 years after the accident. The Bankwatch network is an ecological group in Ukraine, working to improve the environment as well as the quality of people's lives.
What we have seen in recent years is that actually the state is putting less and less attention to the people who were impacted. It continues to be a big share in terms of the state budget, but in terms of the real product, it's getting less and less because everything gets more expensive.
3 decades on, nearly 5,000 people are employed in the cleanup and building of this new shell to cover the old reactor. Construction companies contracted by the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development have so far spent $2.3 billion. It's still a sensitive issue, and many people in Slavutic employed at the old plant are reluctant to talk openly about the disaster that has changed their lives forever. Iolo Dafydd, TRT World, near Chernobyl.